Ever caught yourself mumbling out loud while looking for your car keys? Or maybe giving yourself a pep talk in the mirror before a big day? Here's the twist. People who talk to themselves aren't weird. They might actually have a hidden superpower. Okay? Let's be real. Almost all of us have done it at some point. You're walking around the house saying, "Where did I put my phone?" Or you're practicing what you're going to say before that important meeting. And sometimes, if someone overhears you, you get that awkward look, like, "Wait, are you okay?" But here's the thing. Psychology says that self-talk is way more common and way more useful than most people think. In this video, we're diving into the surprising psychology of why people talk to themselves, what it reveals about your mind, and how it might even make you smarter, calmer, and more successful. Stick around, because the biggest reason at the end is something most people don't know. Point 1. Self-talk helps you focus. Imagine this. You're in the kitchen, trying to make a late-night grilled cheese sandwich. You've got the bread, the butter, the pan heating up. And then you say out loud, "Don't forget the cheese." Guess what? That little reminder makes you less likely to actually forget the cheese. Psychologists call this instructional self-talk. Basically, when you say things out loud, your brain pays more attention. It's like writing down a grocery list, but with your voice. Instead of just thinking about it, you hear it, and that reinforces the memory. Fun fact, in one study, people who read instructions out loud while searching for objects were faster and more accurate than people who stayed silent. So if you've ever talked yourself through a task, whether it's cooking, building IKEA furniture, or just remembering what you walked into the room for, you're not crazy. You're actually using one of your brain's natural focusing tools. Point 2. It boosts motivation. Ever had a morning where you woke up, stared at your to-do list, and just felt like doing nothing? That's when you hear yourself saying, "Come on, let's get this done." Or, "I've got this." That's called motivational self-talk. It works the same way as a coach shouting from the sidelines, except you're both the coach and the player. Think about athletes. Serena Williams is famous for muttering to herself between points. Michael Jordan used to psych himself up out loud. Even runners in marathons whisper things like, "Keep going, one step at a time." Saying it out loud makes it more real. It fires up the part of your brain that's in charge of action. So the next time you give yourself a pep talk, you're not being silly. You're doing exactly what champions do. Point 3. It helps with problem solving. Picture this. You're stuck on a tricky math problem, or maybe you're trying to fix a Wi-Fi router that just refuses to connect. You start saying things like, "Okay, if I unplug this, then maybe reset that." That's your brain working through the problem out loud. It's almost like brainstorming, but instead of needing another person, you're using your own voice as feedback. There's a reason kids talk to themselves a lot when they play. Like when a child builds Lego and says, "First I'll make the tower, then I'll add the roof." That's not random. That's their brain organizing thoughts into steps. And adults still do it. We've just learned to hide it more. So next time you catch yourself muttering your way through a challenge, give yourself credit. You're not losing it. You're literally upgrading your problem-solving system. Point 4. It helps you manage emotions. We've all been there. You're upset after a fight, or nervous before a job interview, or maybe just frustrated sitting in traffic while your coffee gets cold. And then you hear yourself say things like, "Okay, calm down. It's gonna be fine. Just breathe." That's emotional self-regulation. Science shows that talking to yourself in the third person, like saying, "You can handle this," instead of, I can handle this, actually works even better. Why? Because it tricks your brain into giving advice as if you are helping a friend, and we're usually kinder and more rational with others than we are with ourselves. So, when life gets overwhelming, self-talk is like having a built-in therapist or cheerleader. Point 5. Creative thinking. Have you ever noticed artists, writers, or even gamers talking to themselves while they work? Things like, maybe if I try it this way. That's creativity in action. Self-talk helps your brain wander, test ideas, and connect dots. Think of it as brainstorming out loud, your own personal idea lab. Even big inventors were known for this. Thomas Edison was said to mutter while tinkering in his lab. And honestly, half the genius ideas we have in the shower might not survive if we didn't say them out loud right away. So if you've ever caught yourself saying, "Ooh, that's interesting," while doodling or daydreaming, you're not weird. You're literally keeping the creative engine running. All right, here's the part that might surprise you the most. Talking to yourself might actually be linked to higher intelligence. Yep, you heard that right. Studies have shown that people who naturally engage in self-talk often have stronger problem-solving skills, better focus, and even improved memory. Think about it. Your inner voice is always there. But when you bring it out into the open, you're basically giving your brain a megaphone. You process thoughts more deeply. You clarify ideas faster. It's like your brain running on turbo mode. So, next time someone jokes about you talking to yourself, just smile and think, "Yeah, because I'm smarter than you think." So, let's wrap this up. If you talk to yourself, here's what it really means. You focus better. You motivate yourself. You solve problems faster. You manage your emotions. And you may even be more creative and intelligent than average. So no, people who talk to themselves are not crazy. They're resourceful, smart, and maybe even one step ahead. Now I'm curious, do you talk to yourself? And if you do, what's the funniest or most memorable thing you've ever said out loud? Drop your answer in the comments. I'll be reading them. And hey, if this video made you think twice about your own habits, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more psychology and human behavior insights, and share this with a friend who secretly mutters to themselves. Because let's face it, we all do it. Some of us just admit it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep talking to yourself and keep being awesome.